I think.
I must say, one of the biggest highlights of, lowlights of 2008 was Valve's addiction to Coke.
Yes, that was.
And
yes.
he had maybe 3 or 4 cans in a morning.
He had more. He had as many cans as ladies, and I do not say that lightly. He was all over the CSS headlines for a long time.
It was bad, let me put it that way, but absolutely. I don't like to talk about it a lot because I know it's quite a sensitive subject.
What do you say to this controversy people brought up of that Speedy was actually partisan to this, that his coke habit actually fueled Balf's coke habit? What do you say to that? I mean, we've always thought of Balf as the father figure, as you say, for Speedy. He took him in, he gave him his first mouse, but now in this sort of controversy, it leads you to think, was Balf taken to the dark side by Speedy? The low-skill CSS scene lost a big figure when they lost Balf to that 2-week coke binge in Milan.
What can I say? I mean, I was actually part of the team at that time, and
were you?
Yeah, to me it was horrible. It was really bad. Yeah. We got a phone call off him, halfway through his binge, and he was incoherent,
Jesus. Yeah.
Just slurring his words, chugging a can of Coke at the time.
Absolutely. Oh, Jesus. I mean, he was on 6-packs at that time, and that was not even at a time when Tesco's had the buy one get one half price deal on 6-packs of Coke. It was tragic to see him pissing away his CSS winnings.
Oh, indeed.
I mean, his CSS winnings, of course, were not that.
I mean, they got £25 from.
And that, for that competitive. But where Balf really made his money was his street performance of CSS, in which he would set up a laptop and for comedic value would perform actually trying to win clutch rounds on the streets of Paris and Berlin. And he made a fair bit. He made a fair bit doing that. I mean, I couldn't walk past. Personally, I couldn't walk past that and not drop in a solid handful of change at that comedic face plant that is Balf trying to do a clutch. I mean, it is classic comedy.
Indeed,
it is classic. And I admire him. Insane Clown Posse. Very, very well-known CSS players. Very good friends with Ritch, I believe, and Felix.
Yeah.
Who I believe Insane Clown Posse and Felix did work together on a number of albums about Twitter and erotica.
Well, I know.
That's the end of the first half.
Oh, great. Well, I do know. I was going to say, I do know. Felix did actually run Insane Clown's Twitter for a while.
He did.
So
he could take on more of a managerial role, I'd say. What do you say to that sort of banter?
I wouldn't like to comment. Well, really wouldn't like to comment.
Yeah. Something that's been on the lips of every CSS player for the last few days is talk of the return of the late great Dark Aaron Gapcar. That's been in the pipeline for a long time coming, and it really, really looks like now's the time. Now's the time for him to return. What do you say to that?
I'd love him to return. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. He's a great guy.
He'd gone down in the ages as a wonderfully dark CSS player, and he was going to be relegated to the likes of Nutsy and Mike and players like this. And for a long time, it seemed like he was just going to go down as a myth. Like, did he exist? Was Aaron Gapcar real?
I know his memory will always be eternal for the few of us, but it is going to be great when he comes back. I'm sure he's going to come back.
I mean,
he's the best Malta.
Fantastic,
player
yeah. Ever. He took a very patriotic leave of absence from the CSS scene to become to head, as it were, the Maltese netball Olympic team. And I think that was admirable. It
didn't go very well. They did it.
Well, I think when you actually look at situations like this, the ends sometimes don't have anything to do with the means whatsoever, as they say. And
you could say that, yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. And his efforts in netball were tragic, sure.
But then how long did he string?
By the way. And they were tragic and rather embarrassing, and caused a lot of ridicule. But I think when you look at him as a whole package, as a netballer, as a CSS player, as a again like old MJ, he designed pubs in the early 90s. And when you look at the whole package of Aaron Tucker, I think you've just got a lot on your plate to deal with, chew down, as they say. And I think sometimes people just bite off more than they can chew. I think people need to take it with a pinch of salt, as they say.
Yeah, I repeat, how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, that's absolutely. That's a good question. We should talk about that. Perhaps we'll mention that in our up and coming philosophy hour that people are raving about in the RC channel. And yes, guys, it is coming. Please stop inboxing us.
I don't know how many inboxes I've got right now, but it's a healthy number.
Not worth thinking about. Yeah, and we will be replying to all of them. Okay, don't worry, keep them coming, guys.
Okay. Another team kill by Ed. I mean, it's just.
Was it? I missed that. I did miss that.
Yeah, he just got a team kill there.
Who did he actually team kill?
Cloud.
That's unfortunate. I'll tell you why. Cloud has a very well-known history of taking personal vendettas with his own team. If he is TK'd, you can expect serious repercussions with that guy. He will TK you back the next round, regardless of what LAN, what final you're at. With him, I think it's the way he was brought up. I mean, he was brought up in a violent Cambodia, and there you wrong the family. You're asking for an ass whooping, as they say. And I think when you TK a guy like that, you're just asking for trouble. I think he's shown absolute admirable restraint by not TKing.
What was that great nade by Speedy there into the log? You know,
his nades are improving. I mean, I've seen him throw a nade almost at the top of mid, and that, I'm not joking. That's actually happened. I didn't have the demo.
Meat feet.
And yes, I don't have the demo. Jeez, can people stop asking for the demo? That I don't have the demo, but it happened, and I have every confidence it will happen again. He was a fantastic arm. I think Vu and Mick really coming into their own on B. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a beautiful smoke. But, just as we're saying how good they're doing, I mean, he gets hit, Mick.
Yeah. Talk about luck of the clown, as they say.
Yeah, and here's Vu here. Oh, beautiful spot here. Ritch spot in B.
Yeah, Ritch spot in B.
Maybe becoming a bit too confident there, losing a bit of HP.
He is a very confident. She is a very confident person. That there's an arrogance that comes with that. I think that's just what you have to set with female CSS players.
Oh, don't get me started. I know what you're like on them as well.
Arrogant bunch. But you accept it. You move on. They've not done too badly when you consider they're a raving bunch of losers who could never ever be good at this game ever. They've not done too bad with that premise. Excuse me there.
Yeah, excuse.
And so we got more MJ now. We have got more MJ. This is early MJ, an early MJ piece. Very festive, as they say. Some would say festive. I prefer to celebrate holidays like Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, not Christmas. But still, I can enjoy the music.
Alright.
I can enjoy a fair bit of MJ, as they say.
Can't we all?
So we've gone Counter-Terrorist 2 on up immediately, which is surprising when they had such a weak grasp of the first half.
I'll tell you what, Will. I can't remember the first half score. Can you?
I didn't note it.
It slipped my head.
It slipped my head. Inbox us, guys. Inbox us big time.
If you got it, yeah, could you inbox us? Thanks. I've just got an inbox right now, and he's saying it was 20-0. This guy's off his head. I think he's trying to have a joke with us, Will.
Can we get him on Skype, possibly? He sounds like a joker.